Happy moment to you. So, today is a fun one. I like this. So, I was talking to a dear friend yesterday, and she takes walks. Lives out of state in an area where there's a bunch of beautiful paths in nature. So, she'll often see things like deer and beautiful things that Dallas does not offer me to see. So, I love hearing the stories about her walks. And yesterday, she said that she was walking, and there's this large kind of pond where all sorts of little creatures she'll see, and she'll sees a bench there, and she often sits and just watches things. And so she was watching over the pond, and she thought she saw a turtle's head kind of going through the water. You can guess ahead, but so she had really been interested in turtles recently, so she thought she'd get a little bit closer. So she got off the bench and walked down towards the water, and she realized that it was a snake. Which really I think the heads would look very much alike. But anyway, so she was like, oh my gosh, it's a snake. It seemed to be a pretty big one. And so I said, well, did you look up what? And of course, nobody's nearly as excited about that as I am. But it's just Tuesday. It's going to make everyone just as excited about that as I am. So anyway, we looked it up as we were talking. And the message of the snake, one of the things was reinforcement to trust your knowings. Reinforcement to trust your knowings. And when I read that, she said, oh my heavens. She said, I've had this knowing of something I'm supposed to be doing, and I started doing it because she's very much on a spiritual path, and she gets a knowing, or she gets a sense, or a download, or whatever we want to call it. She takes action. So she'd been taking action and been doing the thing, and it just nothing was really changing. Or there's a part of her that thought, this is kind of silly. I need to stop doing this. And so as her commitment to her own knowing was starting to find a fade in that human way that we do to second guess, and the old trauma messages come back through, the universe provided the no. Stay on your knowing path. Keep going. And isn't that fascinating? I often, when I look these up, I think, well, how does that, I try to take my human brain and connect knowing to a snake, and that's why we always look it up, right? That's why we always look it up. And just a few seconds ago, I had a ladybug that I had an experience with that I guess will be another video. But please just keep looking and seeing, and then Googling and finding, and sitting back and realizing that none of this is arbitrary. None of this is random. The universe is pouring love, good, amazing miracles, magical things every second of every day. And it is just Tuesday. Love you. Bye.